I don't believe this about Bert. I'm so shocked.
Well, then, I suggest you stand by for another one. You haven't seen the team I've been working with.
Please don't give me any surprises. Just tell me who it is.
Well, he's very good at undercover work, and his wife isn't too shabby either.
His wife? Who are they? Really shy. You're working with Sean and Robert?
They've been in it from the beginning.
I'm sorry about having to stage all of those scenes, but I had to convince everybody that I was down on the police department.
It's all right. I knew it. I knew it. I knew you wouldn't give away your dream about being a cop, no matter what happened. We've been on your side all along.
Yeah, and Frisco's public hatred of the police force has helped his undercover work enormously.
This has made me very happy.
Well, it's a relief being able to level with you.
You knew about this too, Sean?
That's right.
Oh. And I suppose none of you could talk to me because of my involvement with Duke, right?
Would you have believed us?
No. No, I don't suppose I would. Do they know about Bert?
Ramsey, what about it?
Well, according to Duke Lavery, Ramsey's head of the mob in Port Charles.
What?
That's ridiculous.
Maybe not.
Hey, now, what's going on here, Robert?
We have reason to believe that Duke is telling the truth.
What else did you come up with?
Bert said he saw Stan Radner talking with Duke Lavery on the waterfront just before the shooting.
Radner? He was pulled over in Utah for speeding yesterday. We saw it on the computer.
Exactly.
He lied.
Now, obviously, Bert didn't realize that Stan was out there up to his old tricks.
Did you confront him about it?
I don't want to tip my hand just yet. Besides, there's one more thing. One of Ramsey's guards, officer called Burns, is working for him.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that what that tape is all about?
Tiffany's interview show. He was coming out of Lavery's office with Damon.
What was he doing there?
Well, he said he was doing some investigative work. I think he's a relay between Bert and the mob.
Yeah, this is incredible.
Well, there's another cop I want to check into, too. A guy called Kowalski. Have the personnel file of Kowalski's board and get the clock on.
Kowalski, why? What's he got to do with this?
Well, Ramsey hired Burns from New York 6 months ago.
And Kowalski was hired 6 months ago. He's probably working for Bert.
I'll check him out.
Robert, he's working in the same cell block as Duke.
That's why I asked Lewis to stand close by.
Do you think they'll try to kill him?
Oh.
I'll try.
But we've got to keep him safe because he has to testify in the grand jury hearing tomorrow.
I think we can count on Lewis to keep him safe for tonight at least.
What's our next move?
Well, I think everyone should get a good night's sleep. Meet back here tomorrow.
No, not here. We don't know who else is working for Bert.
How about the comm room in my office?
That's
Yes.
perfect. Perfect. All right, that's it for tonight. Everyone get a good night's sleep.
See you at Sean's. What time?
7.
Fine with me.
We'll be there.
Listen, you two, I'm glad we're working on the same team again.
So am I. See you tomorrow.
Night.
I got on the phone about Kowalski. I'd like Kowalski's personal file, please. Mr. Donnelly will pick it up on his way out. Thank you. Right. You can pick it up when you leave.
All right, fine. Night, sweetie.
Bye.
Good to have you with us again.
Oh, yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
See you in the morning?
Right, man. Bye.
Bye-bye.
I think we should make a move, too. It's going to be a long day tomorrow.
Do you think they're really going to try and kill him?
Maybe.
Do you think they're going to poison him? Is that why you had that coffee looked at?
I don't think they're going to make a move tonight. Whatever they do is going to require some planning. I believe he's safe for tonight at least.
What sort of people are we dealing with? I mean, why would they try and take out one of their own?
They'll do anything necessary to protect themselves.
And Robin, they would even try to hurt our little daughter.
Anna, come on. Don't come unglued on me right now. I've come back to Port Charles to protect the both of you, and I intend to do just that. Now, I think we should go home and see our daughter. She needs us.
Thank you.
Breakfast is served, Lavery.
Thank you, Captain, but I'm not hungry.
Suit yourself, but it's going to be a long day. Leave the tray. Maybe he'll change his mind later.
You'd better eat it, Lavery.
I said I'm not hungry.
Well, if you're worried about poisoned food, rest easy. Captain Lewis is having your food and drink tested.
He is?
Sure. They want you healthy enough to go before the grand jury this afternoon.
Does that sort of thing happen often around here? People get poisoned food?
It happens.
Yeah. I suppose anything's possible in this place. I've been just thinking, wonder what it'd be like for a man to spend the rest of his life locked up. Not to see the sunset except through a small window. And never to walk in the heather again. Never to make a choice about anything.
Well, you should have thought about those things before you try to kill Chief Ramsey.
Yeah. You're right. He's very popular with his men, isn't he?
He's the best cop this police force has ever seen. You're really lucky he didn't die.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Your breakfast is getting cold.
Well, you know, I'm still not hungry.
Okay. But you won't get this kind of special treatment when they send you to state pen.
Special treatment?
That's right, pal. It's only because Chief Devane wants you alive and kicking long enough to go to the grand jury so you can get what's coming to you.
I hope we all got a good night's sleep.
Well, it was a little tough for me to put my brain to sleep thinking about what we'd said about Bert. I can't believe why Ramsey would get involved with organized crime. I mean, it goes against what he stands for, everything he believed in.
Yeah, it's a shocker, right? Now, of all the people on this planet, I would have entrusted my life to Bert Ramsey.
I've been racking my brains trying to think of something I missed or something I should have picked up on.
You know, Anna, I was doing the same thing last night, too. I did come up with one thought. I should have been tipped off sooner. At that time, remember when Bert had me arrested on trumped-up charges for killing Ellen Quartermain?
Yeah.
I mean, he really didn't have anything concrete on me. Just enough circumstantial evidence to keep me in jail overnight.
That's right. I was surprised at that, too. He never even consulted me.
That's because it was a diversion. I mean, I was snooping around the ADZ warehouse then. I mean, Bert obviously wanted me out of the way.
Well, no doubt there was a big cash shipment due to come through.
Yeah.
A lot of things are starting to make sense now. Do you remember Felicia and I were on the run, and I called you and Bert?
Yes?
Bert answered, though. And as soon as I told him where we were mysteriously disconnected.
That's right. He said he couldn't find out where you were because the phone had gone dead.
That also explains why, the evidence of the mob's activities in Port Charles that the Duke amassed and sent to the police was intercepted.
What? I didn't know Duke gave you guys evidence. He might have been trying to wash his hands of the mob this whole time.
Well, it doesn't change anything. Because he can't be forgiven for what he did to you and Felicia and for involving my daughter.
Let's get to work. Where's your missus?
She's at the hospital, keeping an eye on Ramsey and the guards.
You know, Robert, I went over Kowalski's file last night.
Yeah.
Seems like his background is very similar to Burns. So I think it's safe to assume that Bert brought those guys in here to work for him personally. I'll check with my contacts in New York, see what else I can find out about them.
Makes me wonder how many other people he has working for him in the force.
There can't be too many others. It's too risky.
I don't think so either. So, where do we go from here?
Well, our main objective is to keep Lavery alive.
They're gonna try to keep him from testifying. They'll do anything they have to.
Right. So we have between now and when the hearing convenes to amass as much evidence as possible against Ramsey and the mob.
Right.
I don't believe it. I don't believe I could have been so blind, you know. I mean, he deceived me as much as Duke did.
We were all fooled.
Yeah, everybody but Robert. What made you so suspicious?
Oh, a lot of things. Little things. I came across him having a drink. Now, you know, for as long as I've known Bert, the guy's had an ulcer. He's never drunk anything else but milk.
So, what's next?
Right, whatever's next, we've got to do it quick. Frisco, that list of names, give it to Sean. Sean, I want you to check it off against Kowalski and Burns. Find out if there's a connection.
Will do.
And then put a tail on them.
Got it.